Question that has come up in my chat, as you can see down below, is how do you keep up with all these outlets and all these things and all these avenues and all this stuff you're creating? How do you not lose your head over all that? Couple ways. I'm gonna go through the quick and dirty of if you are a live streamer, content creator, and you're just starting out, or maybe you have 1,000 subscribers, or maybe you're even at 10K. I think this advice is for pretty much anybody on the referendum small scale. Number one, the thing that you should do above all is make sure that you are making content because you like to watch that type of thing. Do not make content for the sake of farming. Do not make content for the sake of getting the views. Do not make content because you want to make it big on YouTube. Don't make content that you are not interested in. Because the first and foremost thing with any brand new YouTube channel, any brand new streamer, any brand new content creator, anybody brand new to the internet, the first thing that comes across is authenticity. Authenticity is important. Because if you don't have authenticity, what ends up happening is people feel like, oh, you're really nice at the game, but you barely say anything, or you're really nice at the game, but your camera's all the way down in the low and it's really low quality. They care about those things. You'd be surprised. Now you can have your cool moments. You could be extremely proficient in what you do, but if you don't have that personality to gather it along, the authenticity comes across as fake. And while you might grow a little bit just because the content's there and people want to watch this, you're not going to get that engagement that carries onward. You're going to get the same kind of tepid viewership that doesn't really allow you to add any worth to your product or anything that you've been making over the past couple months. Number two, try not to juggle so many plates at once. You can't be the editor, you can't be the shooter, you can't be this, you can't be that all together and try to manage 7 different YouTube channels and pumping out content for that. You could, but you got to be making a lot of money because you're not going to be doing anything else. It's okay to understand that your plate is full. There are plenty of places online for things that you can pass off to other people, to delegate, to hire people for that are actually cheap and not that, and reasonably with a reasonable turnaround. And you get a decent product out of it. You need to focus on making the content as good as it's going to be. So don't set yourself up for failure by saying, I'm going to do this for 5 days a week. I upload daily. You hear me on my channel. I say I upload daily. The way I'm able to upload daily is if I have to not be here for a week, I can use one stream to make a bunch of content and spread it out. I'm always backlogged with content, always. So that way, on days that I'm not streaming, the YouTube channel is still pumping out videos. I'm still getting clicks. I'm still getting views. I might even get a couple people from the YouTube into my Twitch, which leads me to my third point. Without overloading your plate, you also want to make sure that you're spreading out your content. Find a funny clip in between anything that you've said and put that on each social media. That's a small amount of editing on top of the video that you've already done that can help spread out the content and get more eyes on the main product. If your idea is not to have a main product and you want to be like me, the absolute sadist that I am, and have multiple avenues of channels and things where on one channel you're talking about overthrowing the US government and how communism is the absolute way to go, socialism is the absolute way to go, and on another channel you're talking about dystopian poetry and how like the world is going to end, and on another channel you just paint. Having abilities to spread content gives you the chance to slow down doing everything that you've been doing thus far and really focus on, all right, I'm going to make a nice 10-minute video for that channel, then I'm going to make a nice 10-minute video for that channel, and then for the last one, maybe I'll go 20 minutes because I really got a lot to say about it. Then you could funnel out little clips and stuff from there and get other people, the viewers, to actually start noticing and say, I like that part. Oh, I want to check out the whole thing. Where's this video from? You see it a lot in YouTube intros, how they'll play a section of the video that's going to happen future on and say, coming up next or whatever. Get your viewers engaged by giving them a small sample of it that you know they'll be able to scroll by and look at instead of the whole package all at once. I'm not saying that this is the route you should go, but I'm saying this is a probably suggestible route. It allows you to digest a lot less work to do and allows the content to do the work for you. You put out a 30-second clip and everybody loves that and it gets 10K views, but the video that you spent an hour and a half working on only got 165. They're still coming from you. So out of those 10K people that saw that 30-second clip, maybe you get 30 of them to subscribe. You did the work, which leads me to point number 4. Don't feel like any of the work that you're doing is worthless. I ended up on a TV panel because of a video I did on modern slavery. The American prison system is modern slavery, and it especially enslaves black people to this day. That video got like 14, 15 views. I ended up on a TV show because of it. My thought at that time was, damn, that video really didn't do good. But if I had to put it out, do well, sorry. If I hadn't to put that video out, who would have seen it? Who would have seen it? I don't do VODs either. I record inside from OBS. And then those clips become the things I put on my YouTube. Segments, that's why we always do the countdown. Don't be afraid to put things out based on viewership. Remember our first point. It's funny how we go in a circle with this. Make content for you. If you would check that shit out, then other people will check that shit out. There are hundreds of thousands, if not millions, of YouTube channels. Somebody's gonna stumble across your thing, hopefully one day. You could send it to friends and family. Hey, look, I did this video. Make it for them. I understand we live in a capitalist society, and when we put our time into art, we kind of have to focus that energy on, damn, I really want to make money from it. I really think a lot of people should see it. Ask yourself if you're really ready to even begin to approach that level of success. Is this what you want to do forever? Or is this a nice hobby that you really want to share with a lot of people? Set your audience up for that. I work super hard on this video and I upload once a month. That gives you a month to do it. And even though your audience might not grow that hard, you put so much time and effort into that once a month video, they come back for that once a month. Every first of the month, every 1st and 15th of the month, this person uploads, and I love that shit. Then you can take little clips from there and that becomes your weekly. Oh, I see this point isolated now, and that's that. I agree with that. I'm gonna check out the full video. Oh, he uploads only twice a month? I guess I'll be here for the first. Let me hit that subscribe and put that bell so that way I don't forget. I've already done a video on the 5 emotional things that you'll have to face as a content creator, and I'm sure somehow, some way, I will link that at the end of this video, but you're free to go Google that yourself. If you're watching this on YouTube, Google that. Go into the search bar and go into my page and look it up. Which leads me to point number 6. And this point is personal and it won't apply to everyone. So I'm saying it just for the sake of you. I have experienced a lot of trauma in my life. I have experienced a lot of the darkest things that kids just shouldn't have seen when they were younger. I cope with ADHD, depression, and just a lot of unresolved shit that I'm just never gonna get answers to in my life. So I create a lot of content because I'm expressive. I like talking. My content is primarily talking based. You say, well, isn't everybody's content? Don't you? Some people cook. Some people paint and narrate. I really don't have much to offer you besides, above par average gaming skills and a lot of knowledge on social conditions, politics, and just the way the world should work, idealism. And I want to shape the world for the youth, so I present that in all the things that I do. I think these are things that if people watched or they listened to, it would be a transformative experience. So what do we do? So what do I do? What should you do? Here's my final tip for you. Lucky number 7. Define what you want to say. Do you want to be the cool guy on YouTube that uploads the best Call of Duty clips? Then do that. Do you want to suddenly have a shift and open up a new channel because you want to talk about how cool math is? Do it. I think one of the biggest failures of educating people on social media is that not everybody is competition. Yes, I know there are plenty of Instagram pages where girls are getting 400K likes and it's just them in a bikini at a beach. Like, you're not competing with them. You're not taking it. The audiences aren't selective. You will find, if you stick to it, you will find a core audience that believes in what you believe. And from there, you will grow. But if you just stop because you're not seeing success in the first 4 months and it's like, damn, I could have been working, I could have been doing this, find a way to make the balance work, because sadly we do not live in a society that values it enough to make it something that would have some type of safety net. It could all fall apart. My channel could get banned tomorrow for all I know, and all of this work will have been for nothing. But I have a record of my work, and I'm proud of it, and you should be proud of your record of your work too. A lot of us don't think about being proud of what we do. We just kind of do it, and then we click stop stream, and it's over. Ah, that feels good. I want the biggest response possible to be, hey, I learned something today from what I watched. Hey, I'm gonna share that with somebody. That changed my outlook on life. That created something for me. If I'm not doing that, that's why my thing on the bottom is, if you don't learn, report me. If I don't make you laugh, report me. If I don't make you learn, report me. Because we're going to have so much fun. We're going to be laughing here. We're going to be playing fucking video games. I'm starting Dark Souls eventually. Like, we're starting mad games. We're going to have to do like 1 game per day. And like, we're going to have to just try to complete game. Because I didn't get to play a lot of games to fruition and like finish them when I was a kid. My dad would fucking sell them or some shit, and I wouldn't be able to see it. Like, Tony! What's her face? Punk! That's my take. I'm gonna go deal with my chat right now. So while I do that, I hope you enjoyed today's video, and if you did, please do me a favor, hit the like, hit the subscribe, and remember to stay awesome.